What's going on, everybody? I'm just checking in with you. Decided to do a video since I haven't done one for a while, and just keep keep folks updated on what's going on for those of you who care. Um, a lot of stuff going on. I recently went to Chicago for the first time. Went to the Chicago History Museum on Martin Luther King Jr.'s holiday, and it's a great experience. Um, I gotta admit, some of those rooms you walk into, your heart gets heavy when you start really looking at actual instruments from slavery, devices used. You can touch these devices, and then you look at the Pearl, and then there was an exhibit on the Pearl Harbor incident and how the Japanese were treated after that. Also, Mexican migrant workers, unions, how those were formed. Just all the disparities and all the fights that folks have gone through suffrage, women's suffrage rights, just everything. Your heart feels heavy, but you have a respect, and it's inspirational. It's not all sad and tears. It's inspirational. We need these things to remind us and to give us hope and to keep us, to remind us that we're always going to be changing. We're always going to be moving forward. And then when the years go by, we look back, and then people tend to understand years later, um, which is sad. Hopefully, we can start understanding stuff a little quicker. Um, but yeah, and listened to a gentleman by the name of Oba William King give the "I Have a Dream" speech, and it was beautiful. I cried. He cried. Folks in the audience cried. It was amazing. That one moment made the whole trip worth it. Definitely. Um, Also, I went to Northern Lights Community School. It's my first school speech. I talked to sixth, seventh, and eighth graders. I talked to the high schoolers, and I also talked to the faculty. I basically spent the whole day there, and it was wonderful. Um, the kids were amazing, very receptive, had great feedback. We played the video about the girl getting drugged through the classroom by the police. And these kids were more adult like in their responses to the situation than a lot of you on Facebook. Um, they called it for what it was. Um, so I commend them for that. Also, there was kids coming up to me saying that, they want to get involved in public speaking. They want to speak about their personal issues and how they've become triumphant as far as, getting through them, and how they feel a sense of just feeling triumphant. And they want to share that feeling, and because it's contagious. Just like bad feelings are contagious. Good feelings are contagious too. Spreading love is contagious. Helping, hope, inspiration is contagious. So I was so flattered that some kids came up to me and asked me how they would go about this and if I can help. And to all you guys, I mean, I might not get back to you in depth right away, but thank you for bearing with me. And just, I am acknowledging you. I am messaging you back. It's just, I need to think about these answers. I don't want to just give you any old answer. It's very important how I answer you. So, you know, I ain't forgot about you guys. I'm still thinking about you, and I commend you for wanting to do what you want to do at such a young age. You guys are amazing. Shout out to Northern Lights Community School. Great bunch of kids. Talked about you guys on the radio this morning too. KXE. You can go to the website and go to archives and go to today at 8 a.m. and scroll to 46 minutes, and you will hear you guys' school mentioned. Also, I want to touch subject on a post that I made yesterday that said, talked about me and my brother, and it said that I don't think we are the faces for this business in Minnesota. And I just want to clarify on that. What I mean is, I don't think we are the faces for this type of business. We do retail. It's not just any old retail though. We travel. So what I mean is, I don't think we're the type of faces in Minnesota that can travel all around Minnesota and not worry about any venue we go to as far as the dynamic of folks not liking us because of what we look like and not wanting to buy stuff from us. We have to worry about that. We see it time and time again. Um, and it's not just from white folks. It's from all kind of folks. Uh, and it's for different reasons too. Um, but in any event, it's not. I'm not saying that I can't run a business in Minnesota. I can definitely run a business in Minnesota. But this particular niche, this particular business, traveling, going to different venues, and being able to feel comfortable in every venue, and knowing that if we do everything we can, we will make sales and make money, regardless of what we look like. Um, Knowing that it's more about how we interact, that I cannot say is for sure. That is not something we can count on. So that's what I mean. I need to put my time and my resources into something else. Because I can't force people to change. I mean, when you're at a venue and you see people come in repeatedly and look at every single table in depth, stuff that they're probably not even interested in. So that tells me if you're not interested in something, you don't really look like you would like that type of stuff. You're just giving a common courtesy of looking at the stuff, you know? Because these folks came out there, they took the time to set up, so you're probably the type of person that is like, okay, let me go ahead and look at everything. And so many times I would hear somebody say, ooh, purses, ooh, or something like that, and then look up and see me and my brother. As their hand is reaching to touch the purses, look up, see us, pull their hand back, and walk away. Just walk away. Or I would say, hi, how you doing? And there would be no comment back. Or they would just turn the other way. The whole time around our table, turn the other way. Like purposely, obvious. So, and it's just frustrating. I mean, I don't understand it. If somebody has something I want to buy, I want to purchase from them, I don't give a damn what they look like. You know? Now, if they represent something that's messed up, yeah, obviously I don't want to contribute to that cause. Um, you know, I just don't understand it, and it's disheartening. I mean, I do understand it, but I don't condone it. I don't agree with it, and I don't think it's productive. Um, so yeah, I've been struggling. I've been trying to get this business going for a while, me and my brother. And I'm just thinking it's time to put the resources into something else. That's what I meant by that. Um, but on the upside, I mean, stuff's looking up in the community. We started a committee that's dealing with the diversity of the community, or the lack of, and how we would go about making this place more inviting to different types of people. Now we're thinking about calling it the diversity is watering stuff down. So we want to call it the racial equity, because equity comes into play when you hear the word equity, you think of financial and you think of respect, equal respect. So it's kind of a double meaning, and I feel that both go hand in hand. You need equality not only in the way that you're treated, but you need equality as far as opportunities and financial freedom. So one goes hand in hand with the other, I believe. So, that's it's, and there's been some great stuff going on with that. Uh, so I mean, stuff's going on in the community. I'm happy. I see stuff changing, but I gotta say, it amazes me how much these kids, how better these young adults and kids react to these certain situations. I see potential, and it's got to be something about that school. It has to be. I'll find out more as I go into more schools, hopefully, and hear the different types of feedback. But I'm looking forward to it. I would love to go to as many schools as possible. I recently started a website for public speaking. I'm building up my references, so stuff is going good. Was just on the radio station this morning, KXE, and that was I love going down there and talking. That's always a great time. They really give me the freedom to say what I want, and they trust that I will be respectful, and they trust that my message will be universal, and it will be about unity, not separation, and that means a lot to me, because one little slip of the tongue and I'm turned into the angry black man, and my whole message is lost. I could say the most prophetic thing in the world, but if I throw a F word in there, or You know, white people this, white people that, then all of a sudden I'm the angry black guy and nothing I say makes sense. So I have to be very careful in how I deliver my message, because I want to be heard. I don't really care about what people label me, but I mean, if I have to do certain specific things so my message will be heard and reach certain avenues that it normally wouldn't, so be it. I'm not changing me and I'm still being me. I'm just reacting accordingly. And you need to do that, you know? And when it comes to communication, you got to look at your crowd or your audience or who you're speaking to, and it's going to change the way you deliver that message. You want to speak to them. I'm not going to speak to children the same way I speak to high schoolers. I'm not going to speak to high schoolers the same way I speak to board of directors when it comes to racial sensitivity training or diversity awareness. Um, so, I've been struggling with that. I'm working on that. Getting the same message across, but saying it in a different way to really hit home with certain types of folks. Um, but all in all, things are looking good. Things are looking good in the community, and you know, I got some ideas, so hopefully I'm able to implement them. So I just thought I'd check in with you guys and let you know that it's not all bad, um, and it's not all good, but things are looking up. I hope everyone has a great day, and just food for thought today. If you're curious, I would like you guys to look up how how different it is, or how much more likely someone is likely to get called back on a job application or resume with a black or ethnic sounding name versus a white sounding name. It'd be interesting. I think you guys will be real, you know, it's an interesting topic, and it's one that I have to explain to my daughter Kenya because her name is Kenya. That she's less likely to get called back in an application simply because of her name. And and then my son is, I've told you guys about with him. I have to tell him how to act accordingly with fake guns, how because he's perceived differently. And some will say, "Why are you doing this? You are tainting their view of society." No, I'm giving them the realistic version of society and how society views them so they can I'm giving them the tools to survive and succeed. I'm telling them that my daughter, she has to work harder. So when you don't get those callbacks, don't think it's because of you or any way that you are unqualified. But that still is possible also. But basically, don't get down on yourself and think it's all you, because you need to realize that this is how society is. It's not going to be like that forever, but it's like that right now. So let's do what we can to change it. Until then, we work harder. Oh well. So, I just urge folks to look at, and if you got any questions as far as like how it is different for me to raise my kids, that things I have to tell them that other folks will never have to tell their children, I'd be happy to answer any questions. I won't be offended. I want folks to know the conversations that go on with me and my children and my family and my friends. It's not no secret when it comes to this stuff. So, yeah, I talked about that a little bit on the radio station this morning too. But with that being said, everybody have a great day. And if you got any ideas, if you have any venues you would like me to come speak at, whether it be the workplace, a school, a community organization, a community meeting, just let me know. I'm wide open to anything. And I thank you guys for listening. I thank you guys for caring, and all the folks who have been just keeping me going. Thank you. I appreciate it. And everybody have a good day. And just do something different today. Do something different. Whatever it is. Break the monotony up. Just do something different. Even if it's just to interact with somebody or ask somebody a question. Maybe there's something that's been on your mind, but you've been a little shy, you've been a little antisocial, asking somebody something. Just do it. Just do it. And to all the folks dealing with social anxiety, I'm with you. But here's a little helpful hint. Play it out in your mind. Okay, you're sitting outside that gas station. You want to go in there and get something to drink so bad. right? But for some reason, you're not going in because of the interaction. You're scared of the interaction. So play it out in your head. What's the worst that could happen? You go in there, the clerk laugh at you or call your name. So what? You walk out of there, you're done. That's it. You're gonna live. Sometimes it helps to play it out in your mind. It's not gonna be that bad. So just do it. Sometimes it's the best way through something is right through it. Try to go around something. It usually catches up to you. You really want to get through something, go through it. And embrace that experience. Everybody has anxiety. It's just folks deal with it differently. So sometimes you just need to not fight it and go through it. All right, and play it out like what's the worst that could happen. It ain't that bad, and you are not alone. All right, everybody have a good day.